Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the North Ridgeville City Schools Board of Education meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 17th, 2019. Excuse myself there for a second. It is 6:01. We call this meeting to order. If you could, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Jensen?
Here.
Ms. McCarthy?
Here.
Ms. Saxon?
Here.
Ms. Tamira?
Here.
Mr. Fox? Here.
Finalization of agenda. Mr. Assistant Superintendent.
Yes, sorry, excuse me. So it's recommended that the Board of Education
Oh,
approve.
no, I'm sorry.
I
Finalization of
apologize.
agenda.
Yes, it is final as presented. I
Thank you.
apologize.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Approval of minutes. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the written summary of the special and regular minutes for the meetings on November 5th, November 19th, and November 25th, 2019. Move.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Tamira, seconded by Mr. Vaca. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Mr. Fox? Yes. Ms. Jensen?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. That takes us to Superintendent's Report. Filling in tonight is Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Keith Ahern.
Clearly, it's filling in. So I'm Keith Ahern, the Assistant Superintendent, and we do have a couple of items for the Superintendent's Report. Thank you, Madam President. The first item that we're very excited about is the staff and student recognition, where we have the opportunity to highlight the accomplishments of the young people here and our staff here with North Ridgeville City Schools. So with that, I would like to introduce Ms. Andrea Vance, who is the principal at the Early Childhood Learning Community, to introduce her Students of the Month.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea Vance. I'm the building principal at the Early Childhood Learning Community. And I have the pleasure today to introduce two of my Students of the Month. Our first one is Benjamin Bibb. Benjamin, can you wave? Okay. Benjamin is in Ms. Mercado's classroom in the preschool. And we were having a conversation earlier about Benjamin and also another Student of the Month, Evan, knowing Ryder, who has a farm. And I found out that Benjamin also has animals on his farm with ducks, chickens, and two cats. So Ms. Mercado nominated Benjamin because she said he is friendly and kind to his peers and teachers. He is a hard worker and always tries his best. He is always willing to help others and interacts well with everyone, and it's so true. I am so proud of Benjamin and so happy to have him in my class, Ms. Mercado says. Congratulations to Benjamin. And next we have Evan Pautz, who is in Ms. Axelrod's class. And Ms. Axelrod says, oh, and Evan knows Ryder, right? And Evan has two cats and two snails, but they died. Right? Okay. So we're talking about that. Oh, and a turtle and a dog. So we kind of made up for the snails. But Ms. Axelrod says, Evan is a fantastic listener. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you wave up here so they can see you as well? Awesome. Okay. She says, Evan is a fantastic listener. He does his best each day and is always willing to help out a friend. He is always showing he is Ranger strong. He always comes in with a smile on his face and is a great example and role model for our students. Congratulations, Evan. Mr. Hefner at Liberty.
Hello everyone, my name is Mitch Heffron. I'm the principal at Liberty, and our first student of the month was not able to make it tonight because of volleyball, Molly, English, so I'm hoping she can come to the next one, so I'll save that for her. But my next student of the month was nominated by Mrs. Isham, and it is Andrew Robart. Go ahead and wave, Andrew. And here's what Mrs. Isham had to say. Andrew is such a wonderful helper in our classroom. He goes above and beyond to make the classroom a happy place. He is so kind, caring, and always thinks of others. We are very proud of you, Andrew. Congratulations. And I got to experience a little bit of what Mrs. Isham is talking about, because when I ran into him in the parking lot, he screamed my name and was very happy to see me, which made me feel good, so I can see why he's student of the month. It is my pleasure to introduce school counselor from 3-4 building, Mrs. Franklin.
I am Mrs. Franklin, I'm the school counselor for the 3rd and 4th grade, and I have 2 awesome students here tonight that I am excited to present to you. So we will start with Aubrey Vollick. Did I say it right? Okay. She is in our teal studio for Mrs. Quinn's homeroom, and this is what she had to say about her. Aubrey is a model of what it means to be Ranger Strong. She comes to school every day with a smile on her face and a positive attitude that improves our classroom environment. She also sets an excellent example for peers with the way she diligently takes ownership of her learning and consistently works towards her academic goals. She is respectful to her teachers and classmates at all times, and she helps her peers in the classroom anytime she can. She exemplifies teamwork every day. We are incredibly fortunate to have Aubrey in our class and are proud to have her represent our school as a Student of the Month for December. So I think we hit every single quality of Ranger Strong in that one. So we are super proud of you. She's a great student, so congratulations. And next we have Garrett Couch. He is a 4th grader from Mrs. Comerford's homeroom. We're excited to honor him tonight. This is what Mrs. Comerford had to say about Garrett. Garrett is a wonderful student to have in class. He is always willing to do anything that is asked of him. He works hard each and every day to achieve his academic goals and is a role model to peers in our studio. Garrett's kindness and respect for everyone shines through and consistently helps impact our classroom environment in a positive way. He is an absolute pleasure to have in class, and we are so proud to call him our student. Garrett exemplifies the attributes of Ranger Strong through each of his responsible choices, and we are honored to recognize him as Student of the Month for December. So once again, all of those attributes are highlighted there, and we are really proud of our students. Congratulations. I'd now like to turn the time over to Mrs. Armbruster from the 5-8 building.
Good evening, I'm Mrs. Armbruster, Lee Armbruster, and I'm excited to have 2 students here representing the 5-8 building. These are from our 6th grade studios. So first I want to start with Kristen Carpenter. Kristen, you can raise your hand. This is her Student of the Month shirt that she got from last month, getting awarded for the studio. The 6th grade team is pleased to nominate Kristen for the Student of the Month. Kristen was a charter member of Rachel's Closet, which I'll be speaking about a little bit in the 5-8 presentation. In 5th grade. She worked hard to help bring the project to fruition this year. She also volunteers to help her teachers and classmates whenever needed. She's an active participant in all of her classes, and she puts forth her best effort on a daily basis. Kristen truly exhibits the S in service for Ranger Strong. Congratulations. And Kristen's from 6 Teal. And then we have Brian Beveridge. He's from 6 Orange. His teachers who are here tonight wrote this about Brian. We are proud to recognize Brian as one of the LB, actually. I said I was going to call him. I didn't know that. His parents call him that little Brian. We are proud to recognize Brian as one of the 6th grade students of the month. Brian is a contributing and productive member of the Orange team. Every day the students and teachers of the Orange team are greeted with a smile from Brian. He is a goal-driven student who does not stop until the task is done. He takes great pride in his work and is an extremely diligent worker. Brian is consistently demonstrating the ideal character traits of being Ranger Strong. He's a model student who takes responsibility for his learning and is an excellent role model for his peers. He comes to school every day ready and willing to learn, meeting challenges head on. There are so many qualities that make Brian worthy of this recognition. Congratulations, Brian. Now, Coach Durkin from the High Tech Academy.
Hi, I'm Melissa Durkin. I'm principal at Ranger High Tech Academy, grades 2 through 9. And I have 2 of our outstanding 3rd grade learners here today. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about Bryce. Bryce was nominated by Coach Simon, and this is what Coach Simon had to say about Bryce. Bryce was chosen to be December Student of the Month. Bryce consistently is a leader in the classroom. He has a love of learning that is contagious and inspires others to discover the true joy of learning. He comes to school every day ready to learn new things and make new friends. Bryce works hard to complete all of his work and never gives up even when things get challenging. Bryce gets excited to problem solve and determine the solution to challenging tasks. We can always count on Bryce to persevere. Bryce's coaches and peers can always count on him to make them smile with a joke or help them with something around the classroom. Bryce includes others by sharing his love of soccer and reading with them. Bryce is always a respectful teammate and a kind friend. His positive attitude and great work ethic are a true asset in our classroom. Bryce is an amazing example of what it means to be Ranger Strong. Coach Simon says that she's very grateful to be Bryce's teacher and sees all of his accomplishments this year. Keep up the awesome work, Bryce. And we also have Maddie Lett, and Maddie was nominated by Coach Samuelson. So this is what Coach Samuelson had to say about Maddie. Maddie was chosen to be the December Student of the Month due to the great example she displays of being Ranger Strong. Maddie consistently works hard to complete her work and always puts forth her best effort. Maddie displays ownership on a daily basis. Her great work ethic is a shining example in the classroom and helps encourage her peers to do the same. Maddie displays service by always being willing to join in and help, whether it is a peer, teacher, or friend. She is first to jump in and help without ever being asked. Maddie shows respect in her teamwork. She is a great teammate and works hard to make others feel included and important. She may seem shy at first, but she always has a funny joke or story to cheer up or put a smile on the face of her teachers and peers. Maddie enters the classroom every day with a smile and a good morning. She is such a positive, kind light in the classroom. She spreads kindness to everyone around her. Her positive attitude and willingness to handle anything thrown her way is truly an amazing example of being Ranger Strong. And Coach Samuelson said she is so lucky to be Maddie's teacher and get to witness her Ranger Strong attitude on a daily basis. Way to go, Maddie. Coach Samuelson is very proud of your hard work and Ranger Strong characteristics, and so am I. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Vendry from the high school.
Good evening. I'd like to introduce Jaden Halstead. Jaden is a 12th grader. And we do have 2 Students of the Month. One is in choir and couldn't be here tonight, so Josie will recognize next month. So to talk about Jade. Jade was nominated by Mrs. Cerrone and Ms. Hostetler, and Jade is a student that takes some of her classes through Ranger Academy. Ms. Hostetler wrote, Jade has done an outstanding job in Ranger Academy. She has already finished 7 online courses. They're semester-long courses. She is also doing well in 4 classes outside of Ranger Academy, and she works hard every day. Ms. Cerrone added, Jade is a great student to have in class because she works hard, participates in class, and has an outstanding attitude. I'm very proud of how well Jade is doing, and I'm so impressed with her work ethic and drive this year. When she graduates, Jade plans to study nursing and become a nurse. Her favorite classes are the ones she takes in Ranger Academy. So congratulations, Jade.
Thank you so much, and let's give another round of applause to our again, again, congratulations to the students. Thank you to the teachers who nominated them and their kind words that they wrote about them. I know that there were several teachers here that nominated students that are here to support these fabulous young people. And thank you to the principals for what they do every month in recognizing these students. Also, thank you to our community partners that sponsor T-shirts and also gift certificates for these folks. And then last but not least, thank you to you, the parents, the friends, and the family that come here and support these young people. It is an honor to do what we do, and this is why we do it. And we thank you for lending your young people to us so that we can do what we were trained to do. And we appreciate that and appreciate your support. So thank you very much, and congratulations to these students again. The next item that we have on our agenda is the staff recognition, where we recognize those staff for their outstanding achievements. And with that, I'd like to introduce Mr. David Pritt, who is the Director of Curriculum and Instruction, to take staff recognition.
So on behalf of the board, it is my privilege to recognize 2 staff members, 1 certified and 1 support staff for the month of December. Staff recognition candidates are nominated by their peers for their contributions to the North Ridgeville City Schools community, the significant impact they have on the students and families they serve, and the colleagues they support every day. I am pleased first to recognize Heidi Volishnak, who is an art teacher at North Ridgeville Academic Center grades 3 and 4 as a certified staff member of the month for this summer. The nominator wrote, Mrs. Volishnak makes learning art so engaging and fun. She is hardworking and truly dedicated to her students. Mrs. Volishnak does an amazing job traveling from studio to service our students. Students just love her class and the creative artwork that they can produce. In addition, Mrs. Volishnak also organizes and leads our after-school art club, where students have the opportunity to learn even new and more art concepts. We are so grateful to have such a talented and imaginative art teacher here in North Ridgeville. Congratulations to Mrs. Volishnak. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Ms. Christine Hill, a monitor at Ranger High Tech Academy, as a support staff student of the month for December. Her many nominators wrote, Christine is so much more than her job description. She knows how to use all the machines at Ranger High Tech Academy and teaches learners and other coaches. She is kind and patient and truly one of our best resources here at RHTA. She donates her time regularly to help the school with projects that may include the laser printer, the 3D printer, the vinyl cutter, etc. She always has a smile on her face and an attitude of what needs done, I can help. She has taken time to teach me and others Canva.com, Corel, and anything else that we do not know how to use. She is patient and has the motivation to help all learners. Congratulations to Mrs. Volishnak and Mrs. Hill on being recognized as the December staff members of the month. Before you go too far, we have certificates for both of you. And we'll be following up in the near future with an engraved water bottle as well that commemorates your. So thank you both.
And thank you very much, Mr. Pritt, for that recognition, and thank you to the staff, and congratulations on the December staff recognition, and thank you to all of our staff who every day put in their best efforts to educate the students of North Ridgeville City Schools. Thank you very much. The next item, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Armbruster from the North Ridgeville Academic 5-8 building, who's going to give her building report this month. So with that, I'll introduce that. We're getting her presentation that'll be behind us loaded up.
Good evening again. I'm really happy to be here tonight to highlight some of the exciting things that we're doing here at the Academic Center. Hopefully this brief presentation will give you an understanding of the amazing team we have and the services we provide for our students. I'm very fortunate to work with such a great team of educators at the Academic Center. Are you clicking for me?
I'll go.
Okay. This is our mission. This is our mission statement, and North Ridgeville City Schools, an innovative and collaborative district, focuses on the development of the whole child to ensure success. And that is our focus daily at the middle school. It's definitely an important part of middle school education, is developing that whole child. and we take that very seriously. The Ranger Strong initiative, the district and obviously our building are totally invested in, and it helps us teach the social and emotional standards that are so important for quality development for our students. We're really excited to announce that we were awarded the You Belong grant from Lorraine County. The requirement of the grant is to do a pre and post survey of our students. And we're really encouraged by the data. This is the pre-survey that was done. And our Start With Hello group will be trying to get that You Belong feeling in our school for all of our students. So the data that came back in our pre-survey, 92% of our students say that they are treated well at school by other students. And we're pleased with that, but we do have 8% that we need to work on. So we do have some work to do. 95% of students say if they knew a student was being picked on, they would definitely help. 88% of our students know at least one caring adult that they can go to. And this one's concerning that we need to work on as well. 61% of our students say most students make efforts to include each other. So that's our goal here, to make sure that all students feel included. So we're going to continue to work on initiatives that I'm going to share with you for that. The students must feel safe to learn. Our process at NRAC is very simple. Build relationships, teach Ranger Strong, and then our students will improve and they will show achievement. So I wanted to share this year, we are really embracing a lot of curriculum initiatives, and all of these are new for 1920, and we've had very successful implementation of the Daily 3, which you've heard about the Daily 5 from Mr. Huffron. The Daily 3 is where we focus on word work, writing work, and read to self. We've implemented Fusion, a new science resource for all of our grades, new math text resources for all of our grades, professional development for our teachers to update our science and curriculum standards. We've been updating our curriculum maps to increase rigor and depth of knowledge for our students. We're using Exact Path Alex for individualized academic paths for our students with good, strong results for intervention, as well as Mind Play Reading Intervention, which we've seen really strong results for students that have trouble reading, and AIM, which I'll share in just a second, a program that we've started. So we are focusing on the academic as in the whole child. Additional class offerings we have made to address students' needs. We've added this year Honors Physical Science to the middle school, Advanced ELA class. This is our second year of geometry, which we're excited about, Culinary and Fashion Fundamentals, French, and then this AIM that I'm going to share a little more information. We are accelerating, students, subject accelerating, taking a class above their level, 356 students, and 254 of those students will be receiving high school credit at the middle school this year. So we are truly reaching out to make sure that all of our students can grow. AIM, which I have mentioned, is Assistance in Mastery. It's an intervention program that we started this year. We have two targeted reading and we target reading and math. Students are selected based on testing data and intervention data. And so not only are we working to accelerate those students that are high achievers, we're working on the students that need intervention as well. Our Assistance in Mastery for the second trimester, we have improved the program. We looked at the data. We've updated the program. Some students, they get everyday intervention, but based on staffing, we don't have staffing to be able to provide it for all grades every day. Some it's just twice a week. We took 92 students this trimester receiving AIM, Assistance in Mastery. And we're excited the feedback that we received from our first trimester was that our students, 88% plus really felt, we got feedback from them that they improved in math and in reading and their confidence came up. And in addition, a couple of their comments, I like that it gave me the opportunity to get better with my math skills and develop my math skills. And another student said, one thing I liked is that as we read the book, the teacher stopped and took the time to ask questions. So the students, they're feeling the confidence and they're feeling stronger in their achievement. Another program that we started at the middle school, again, to develop that whole child, is our Ranger Strong Advisory Program, RSA. We meet 2 times a week. We have small groups. Every staff member has a group. And we focus on those social emotional standards, building strong peer relationships and adult relationships. So the students have a trusted adult to go to in the building. They will be with the same advisor next year as well. So our 5th graders will have the same advisor for 4 years. In addition, the other 3 days of the week, our students have intervention in their team. So it builds in some team intervention times for them as well. Another way that we develop our whole child is through our extracurricular activities. And we are so fortunate to have supplemental positions for a lot of these, but also additional positions to support our students. Approximately 900 students in our building are involved in some type of extracurricular activity. So, and this doesn't even take into account the debate night like we had last night at the 8th grade, where our studio teams do additional events in the evening or after school to support our students. Debate night, travel fair in 7th grade, and the Ancient Wonders Museum. We developed a new club, and one of our students is here tonight, our student of the month, has a Ranger Strong t-shirt on. She was, as I said earlier, was one of the charter members of the Rachel's Closet. We're constantly looking at ways to improve the environment in the building, and so Rachel's Closet was a result of the student-led kindness assembly that we did last year. And Rachel was the first victim of Columbine, Colorado, unfortunately, but her passion was kindness, and her parents found the journal, and they started Rachel's Closet. It's kind of a mini community care at the academic center, so we're really excited about that, and it's going very, very well. That's a picture of the closet that's now in the building that the board supported us on. So all of these efforts lead to success for the whole child, we feel and we believe. And it shows in our report card data last year. I wanted to share value added. This is the growth that our students made. State expects a C is the expected growth in a year. And we showed overall in the building an A. Our gifted students showed an A. Our lowest 20%, our students that scored in the lowest 20%, they showed more than a year's expected growth, as well as our students with disability. So we're very proud of what we're doing to educate the whole child, and we know that it works. So it's exciting for us. Our students put together a little video, a short video, to kind of show a lot of the activities that they do and what it means to be Ranger Strong. So thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the video.
When our student council visits North Ridgeville next year. We are Ranger Strong, and we serve our community. Costumes for community care.
We raised $1,252. This is our Builders Club.
Builders Club stuffs the stockings for our troops. Service, teamwork, and respect with our studio partnerships. Ranger Strong Advisory Service Project.
And this is our students visiting a studio during Ranger Strong time.
7th and 8th grade students participating in the Ohio Energy Leadership Summit. We show teamwork and extracurriculars. We show respect and teamwork in our extracurriculars as we support our peers. Band, choir, and clubs.
It's our choir and our band.
We respect for each other as we build strong studio teams at LCCC team building days. We show respect celebrating the life of one of our own, Orion Zaragoza. We show respect as NRAC 8th grade students honor veterans on Veterans Day.
We take ownership through distance learning. Football Hall of Fame presents movement and math demonstration. We show necessity through community presentations, internet crimes against children. We take ownership of our learning as we perform a Christmas carol.
We create instruction to meet our students' educational needs, honors physical science. We celebrate and take ownership of our learning through outside experiences. Necessity through student leaders. Start to Look Club presents information at the State Conference Regional Workshop. We celebrate Start with Halloween. We celebrate our goals and achievements. You Belong Grant Kickoff. We participate in Special Olympics to reach our goal. Staff reaches goal at OMLA Conference. Congratulations to Nancy Vecchia. Support from our community. We celebrate Ranger Strong mascots at the NRAC Triathlon. We celebrate Students of the Month. We are Ranger Strong.
We celebrate teamwork at our fall pit ground. NRAC is Ranger Strong. North Ridgeville City Schools, an innovative and collaborative district. focuses on the development of the whole child to ensure success.
Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Thank you to Mrs. Armbruster and her administrative team for all they do every day. Obviously, we know our primary objective is to support the academic growth of our students, which you see evidence in there. Thank you also for all that her staff does to support the social and emotional health of students, because we recognize that has to be taken care of in order for them to learn. So thank you very much. The next item in the superintendent's report, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Zendry from the high school. And just to talk to the board a little bit about a field trip to France that is coming up and some of the details associated with that.
First of all, thank you for this opportunity. One of our teachers has proposed, and with the board approval, would like to take a group of students to France in June of 2021. The teacher is Miss Amber Good. She's a French teacher here in our building. She was one of the teachers that led a group to Spain and France in 2016. And interestingly enough, as a high school student, went on a trip to France with the same company. It involves 7 overnights in France. You have in front of you the itinerary that details where students are going to be each night. It involves 3 different areas. They're going to spend nights in Paris, St. Malo, and Tours. And they will be paired with other student groups. So it won't just be our students. There would be enough to make a tour bus full of kids. The cost with an early discount, and there's some dates in there that need to be tweaked because they're not going to reprint them until after the board approves it. We'll change that date that's already passed. There is the plan to do the going up the Eiffel Tower all the way to the top. So that would be an additional cost. None of the other additional ones would be included. There is a discount for early enrollment. Every day the students get breakfast and dinner. They're on their own for lunch. There's some payment plans that the company provides which are really convenient for parents. The students do need to bring money for lunches, any souvenirs, and any other spending that they plan to do. There's a couple opportunities just to purchase stuff for a little bit of free time where they can do different activities. One of the things that we found from 2016 is figuring out and making sure that the cancellation policy is something that makes sense. If we don't have enough students that sign up, the trip will be canceled and the money that any student had paid already will be refunded. And then students can cancel with a prorated rate, and that's all that information is in that packet. And on top of that, students can purchase cancellation insurance so that if there's different levels. One of them is if you can cancel for any reason at all, and they'll refund most of your money. So that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure made sense for the kids and for the school community. So that's the highlights of it. The only thing I can add to it is, having been on a trip like this, it's really a great opportunity for kids. And having a tour guide there that's from France that speaks the language helps everybody get around. And the ability to just get exactly where you need to go makes the trip that much more efficient and fun for kids. Anybody have any questions?
Mr. Zender, you said that this trip takes place in June of 2021. So with board approval, it will be advertised to what grade levels?
Well, so it would be anybody that's at the high school. So at the high school next year, we would start with current 8th graders and then advertise it to the high school also. Because the current 8th graders will be finishing their 9th grade.
Very good, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zendry. And with that, that concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. O'Byrne. At this time, are there any announcements from the board? Seeing none, I would like to call for a brief intermission. We would like to get a picture of all of our wonderful students of the month and our staff members of the month. So we'll do a brief intermission, get you guys your certificates, and get a nice photo of everyone. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call our meeting back to order, 6:41. agenda? Now's your opportunity to do so. Seeing none, move to the consent agenda. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the consent agenda resolution as presented.
Moved. Second.
I'm sorry, is it moved by Ms. Yetsey? Moved by Ms. Yetsey, seconded by Mrs. Tamiro. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. That takes us to our finance audit report. November receipts were on par with the prior year actuals. The tax receipts are the primary driver of the year-to-date increase. Operating expenses were $1.7 million higher than prior year, driven by salaries, supplies, and operating fees, primarily due to timing and increased headcount. Supplies account for $402,000 of the increase due to the timing of the textbook purchase. The transfer below is to comply with the OFCC maintenance requirements for the Academic Center, Building 3 through 8, and I motion to approve on one reading.
Second.
Moved by myself, seconded by Mr. Vaca. Is there any discussion? Just to put it in record, the transfer of funds is for the Permanent Improvement Fund to the Classroom Facilities Maintenance Fund of $81,013.50. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
That takes us to other board business. We have an education report by Mrs. Tamira.
This is the second reading under the education report of our district literacy program and also the second reading of the new purchase of the UV printer. A motion to approve the education report on the second reading.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Tamira, seconded by Mrs. Saxon. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. We have a buildings and operations report from Mr. Vaca.
This is the second reading of an urgent necessity resolution for the repair of the auxiliary gym roof at the high school. I motion to approve the buildings and operation report in the second reading.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vaca, seconded by Mrs. Tamira. Thank you. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Yonker, again, this is going to be reimbursed from the insurance company at some point due to damage.
Yeah, so this was as a result of a wind and thunderstorm in the fall. The insurance company has come out and assessed the damage. We were able to get our roofing contractor to come out. We have to pay them up front, and the insurance company reimburses the district for the work completed.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. We have a human resources report from Mrs. Saxon.
Yes, we have a few items to consider under the human resource report. 2 support staff appointments, 2 support staff substitutes, 1 support staff leave of absence, 1 administrator resignation, 2 support staff resignations. I motion to approve the human resources items in one reading.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Saxon, seconded by Mrs. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. It takes us to the election of the President Pro Tem. Office of President Pro Tem for the January 7th, 2020 organizational meeting. I will accept nominations for the position of President Pro Tem.
I'd like to nominate you.
Okay.
McCarthy.
Thank you. So myself, Kelly McCarthy, nominated by Mrs. Tamira. Any other nominations? I'm sorry?
Crickets.
Yeah, crickets. Mr. Verlingo, can we just do a roll call on that, or do we have to do?
Someone needs to close. I move to close nominations.
Nominations are now closed. Can we do just a roll call, or do we have to say each person votes for? Just do it as it's listed.
There's only one nominee, then.
Just do roll call. Okay, so roll call, please.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes. Is that what I say? Yes. Or
if you want me to be
I
president.
vote
pro
for,
tem.
yes, I
Ms.
agree.
McCarthy?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Muir?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Thank you. That means that I, Kelly McCarthy, am elected as President Pro Tem of the Board of Education for January 7th, 2020 organizational meeting.
Moved.
You don't have to move it.
I don't need to.
I know, but thank you. Oh, I guess you do have to
Now
move
we
it.
need to appoint.
Now we'll go into appointing. It is recommended the Board of Education appoints Kelly McCarthy as President Pro Tem for the January 7th, 2020 meeting.
That's where I had moved.
Thank you.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Tamira, a second by Ms. Saxon. Is that all I need? I don't need a roll call on that?
I would say we should do a roll call.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. All right. That was a lot of voting for one position. Hearing of public on new items. If anyone would like to speak about an item that was not on tonight's agenda, now is your opportunity. All right, seeing none, it is recommended the Board of Education enter into executive session to discuss the employment of public officials.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Yancey, second by Mrs. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. Thank you. It's 6:48 p.m.